else is done. But guess what? There wouldn't be no singing. When we did Funk You Right On Up, there wasn't singing in hip-hop. I personally asked Miss Robinson, can I sing? Because I wanted to one day graduate to being a singer. And voila, Angie Stone was born.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Viral. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on Viral as we talk about the life and legacy of Angie Stone, who tragically passed away at the age of 63 due to a car accident in the early morning hours in Montgomery, Alabama. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Viral here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, Miss Karen. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get to what's going on. Let's celebrate the life and legacy of Angie Stone. Angie Stone was a soulful singer who started her career as one of the trio, the Sequence. We're gonna do da da. You know that song. Angie Stone provided the soundtrack, even to her breakout single in 1999 when she did "My Sunshine Has Come." Angie Stone has been a prolific singer. Let's look back at the life and legacy of Angie Stone.
Angie Stone had just performed in Mobile when she lost her life on Saturday morning. At 63, artist and actor say she leaves behind more than just her gift. Recording artist Angie Stone was killed when the van she was riding in overturned in the median. It happened here on I-65 in the Hope Hole community. Reactions to her death were numerous. On X, Jamie Foxx says Stone will be missed, quote, painfully in Montgomery. Groups are also mourning her loss. Terrence Baldwin is the leader of Sold Out Groove. He says Stone shaped the sound of his band of 21 years.
Even the people who enjoy music, it's a sacrifice being on that road, and, it's not guaranteed that we can make it back to our families. So I think people can gain a different respect for what we do.
He says Sold Out Groove will be honoring her.
It's a shame that it takes people to pass before we see it, but it's beautiful to see how the world is coming together and kind of embrace her memory.
Give me a beat! Radio personalities are also sharing their condolences. Ashley Milan with Magic 97.1 in Montgomery says she influenced many up-and-coming artists.
Music never dies, so Angie Stone will always live on in everyone's hearts, especially artists that are still up and coming. She left an imprint in music, and her legacy will always live on.
Milan says Stone's impact transcends her music.
And R&B as well as hip-hop and neo-soul, the work ethic, the passion that she had for her music and her fans is something that the artists and her fans, we saw in her.
The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says the crash is an active and ongoing investigation.
Angie Stone, with the song said, "My Sunshine Has Come," and she has provided that. A life well lived at a short age, 63 years old. She still wasn't experienced, she still had a lot of life to live. But this is performance right here from Montgomery, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, during the time she was performing for a Mardi Gras parade. And Angie Stone performed her heart out. Let's look right here. As you saw right there, Angie Stone performed her heart out. And she was a soulful singer with a soulful voice that left a lasting impression. Angie Stone was that. Let's look back at what Angie Stone had said, her last interview.
Soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen through all of this.
You saw that Angie Stone, her last interviews she was giving, she was talking about how the music industry is ripping out artists, and she wanted her just due. And unfortunately, it didn't come to pass. But she has 2 kids, a daughter and a son. Her daughter wrote right here that she lost her mom. She was trying to circle to get to Montgomery and see what was going on, as well as her son, who's with got with D'Angelo. Our hearts and prayers are out with them for this moment. All right, let's hear what you people had to say. You people had a lot to say, and you people celebrated Angie Stone the way you did. Let's hear what you had to say on what people say for Angie Stone.
The Angie Stone CD, one of my favorite songs ever was No More Rains in This Cloud. And all of a sudden, today, over the past hour, I just got word that Angie Stone is actually alive. And someone said there's a post that she has posted around being alive and being upset that some of her detractors, or I don't know, some people who may be jealous of her, or some industry folks have all plotted to, I guess, sabotage her career. Angie Stone is alive. If you all know, please, 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 please hit me up. Like, I hope to God that she is alive, right? That'll be a blessing to have that sister on this earth with us, because she contributed much to the culture. She contributed a whole lot to the culture. So please, if you know, if you've heard of it, please hit me up. Is Angie Stone alive? That's what I understand. I hope to God that she is. Peace, folk.
Bad news. Angie, bitches die who ain't never died before. This makes my drupal bladder in my house. He is my kid. He is my one. Yes, he's my father. Yes, he's my father. Because he understands everything I go through and everything that I am. He's the support system. I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread is his about my black brother. I'll never try to hurt her. You know that I'm here for you forever true.
Accident that led to her passing. Now, first I want to give the update from her daughter's page. I feel really bad for the daughter. I don't know who Angie Stone is. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but I feel really terrible for her daughter, and I really hope that she's surrounded by her loved ones and family, because this is it's her mom, you know what I mean? And so I just want to send my condolences to her. Now, she had just recently updated her post and said that she was feeling numb, which is understandable. And then she said, "Thanks for the outpouring of love today. I'm not taking any calls right now. I need to decompress." Again, totally understandable. Now I wanted to get to the update from the Associated Press. Now, they stated that around 4 a.m., the vehicle that she was riding in back to Atlanta from Alabama had flipped over and was subsequently hit by a big rig. Now, it says that the Alabama Highway Patrol stated that in a news conference that a 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van turned onto Interstate 65 around 4:25 a.m., and they were hit by a Freightliner Cascadia, I think that's what you say, but ultimately an 18-wheeler by a 33-year-old man from Texas. Unfortunately, by the time that ambulance and emergency cruisers got there, she had already passed at the scene. It said the Sprinter van and 7 others in the van were taken to the Baptist Medical Center for treatment. Officials continue to investigate the cause. So now we get a little bit more details as to why she was traveling. It stated that Stone was scheduled to perform at the halftime show of the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association Men's Championship basketball game on Saturday, or the CIAA. And the CIAA chaplain, Pastor Jerome Barber, actually called for a moment of silence at the game. These are all the updates on Angie Stone's car accident, and maybe in the coming days we'll get more information about like, how fast was that 18-wheeler going? Was anybody else in the vehicle hurt? Did anybody else pass away? And so on and so forth. But again, I feel really bad for her daughter and her son. They did make a statement. And again, they asked for their privacy at this time. But her daughter looks like she is still giving us a couple of updates on her Facebook page just to kind of get Angie Stone's fans a little bit more reprieve while she goes through this time of losing her mother. So make sure you just send her some love if you do find your way over to Facebook.
You probably cannot prevent, the social media getting a hold of pictures and things like that. But I really, really hate when somebody passed away and people post pictures of the crime scene, because like that is somebody's family member. That is somebody person that they're never going to talk to again, and to see the pictures all over social media just be like heartbreaking, especially when it's your person down the timeline, with everybody saying rest in peace. I will say rest in peace to Angie Stone. She did pass away. They did say her Sprinter got hit by an 18-wheeler, and they said the Sprinter flipped over 3 times. They are not saying how many people was in the Sprinter yet, because this is still a developing story. And a few people that was on the interstate are uploading her pictures of the crime scene or the crash. And I hate that for her daughter, I hate that for her family members. That sucks. But the fact that she was just in Alabama and she was doing a concert and so many people got her just alive, it's so crazy. It's like when you go back to people's stories and you see somebody living and then a few hours later they pass away, it just kind of like remind you how short life really, really is and how quick you can be gone. But this is crazy, y'all. My heart goes out to them and my condolence.
Angie Stone's van lost control. I have confirmed it myself. Angie Stone's van lost control. It drifted off the road, down the embankment, back up the embankment to the street and rolled. And then it got hit by the semi-truck. Y'all. And
she was excited. The sad part for me, and it's also the blessing for me, is that you never know when you're going to have the final conversation with somebody. And so for me, this was actually our last conversation, and it was a great one. I always knew that she loved music. She loved her fans. The creator of Neo Soul, starting in a group trio as a female rapper. So every genre of music Angie has been able to participate in. She's worked with the greats from Prince to D'Angelo, Alicia Keys. She's been in the industry for a very long time, helping a lot of people start their careers. So for me, she's just one of those musical talents that, even though she's not here in physical form, her legacy, even coming here, I was listening to her music, and it just gave me comfort knowing that she was happy. She was, excited about things that were upcoming, and I just am sad that it had to end the way that it did. Yeah.
How long did you know her?
I cannot tell you when I first met Angie, because Angie's one of those people, when you meet her, you feel like you've known her for forever. She's a South Carolina girl. I'm a Georgia girl, so we know that Southern connection that you have. But I want to say I've known Angie upwards of about 20 to 25 years. I believe I may have met her during an interview, and we just became fast friends, and we became sisters, and we became family. So she's one of those people, like, you feel like you've just kind of always had and always known and always talked to. She's my inside. She's my family. Just family. Yeah.
Any, I guess, like, kind of favorite memories, or like...
There are countless favorite memories when it comes to Angie and me. There's one specific memory that I have, that when Trina Braxton was opening up one of her restaurants, And Angie was there, I was there. We ultimately ended up providing entertainment. We were in the kitchen helping get the food together. And the whole time we're singing and we're dancing. And then there's another time when there was a concert here, and I went to just support my friend, and she asked me to come on stage with her. So we do a little bit of a duet together. I mean, they're just countless. They're, times when we were just sitting like you and I are now and just kind of talking about life and love and mistakes and making plans and possibly working together and just family stuff and crazy stuff and girlfriend stuff,
Gotcha. I guess, how does she balance like her career with her personal life?
Yeah.
And like how...
They kind of were the thing where they kind of meshed together a little bit. She was on a reality show at one time, so that's kind of the behind the scenes, and then you have her singing. So I think when you're a musician like that, you don't balance them. They kind of coincide together, music and personal, because a lot of songs she wrote about her personal life and vice versa. So she did it, and she did it well. She was a mother of 2 children, her daughter Diamond, her son Michael, that she had with singer D'Angelo. And one of the things that they really want to make sure that people know, her fans are aware of, is how much she loved and appreciated them. Of course, this is a really difficult time for her kids, because this was not something that they were expecting at all. As a matter of fact, her son had just celebrated his birthday on the 28th. So in such close proximity to celebrating a birthday and him losing his mother, and having the ability to keep her legacy alive, I know that's one of the things that they really want to make sure that people know as fans of hers, that even though she's not here, consistently listen to her music. She has a foundation that she wants people to participate in. She's supportive of Black women and girls and men with her song Brother. So, she is somebody who was not just a musical talent, but she was embedded into the Atlanta community as well.
Awesome. I was going to ask that how fans can continue to honor her legacy. So yes, listen to her music. She was also an actress as well.
She was an actress. One of the things she told me when we were having that final conversation, she was excited about a possibility of a Girlfriends reboot, that show. And of course, she sang the theme song to the show. So, she had some movies that she was working on. She was also in college because she really wanted to be in the ministry. Her faith was something that was really important to her. She was saturated in that. So I feel comfort. I know her fans feel comfort if they watched her on any social media platforms, knowing that she believed in God. So we're not concerned with where she is or the comfort in where she is. She just had so many things that she did not get to complete. But with the lineage of her career, there's a lot of things that she did complete.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
I was just watching an interview with her. She was always able to just reinvent herself.
Oh my goodness.
She wasn't singing.
She was acting. Yes. Singing was always going to be her first love, because I think that's one of the things that her, despite the tragedy of what happened to her, the one thing that her children want people to be reminded of is that she passed away doing what she loved. She was in concert in Alabama. She gave it her all. The crowd loved her. She loved the crowd. So I think that, they still want their mom, but they know that she rested doing the thing she loved, which was singing and performing and loving on her fans.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to say about her memory, her legacy?
I'll just say, Angie Stone was an amazing talent. I think a lot of her fans appreciate and love her music. I also believe that there were times in her career, as most recently, that sometimes she didn't feel like she was treated fairly or got the kind of accolades or the financial resources that she should have gotten. But with that aside, I think at the heart of everything, it was about the music. And that's something that we will always have. So she'll never fully be gone, because you can, pick your favorite album, song, and listen to it on repeat and get a little bit of Angie.
And, doing all of this to grind to get to the top. when you get to this place, you're like, okay, I made it through motherhood. I made it through life. Now it's time for me to have fun. So where I am right now, I don't fool with people, and I don't care what people think or say about me. I don't care about none of that because I have paid my dues.
Yes, you have. Go ahead, talk your talk, girl.
I got to make it clear, babe, because you know what? We sit back, we swallow nails because we're not from the Bronx. We've never discredited anything that anybody else has done. But guess what? There wouldn't be no singing. When we did Funk You Right On Up, there wasn't singing in hip hop. I personally asked Miss Robinson, can I sing? Because I wanted to one day graduate to being a singer. And voila, Angie Stone was born. So it worked itself out. And that's not to discredit any of the first. Queen Latifah, Sha Rock, MC Light, Salt Pepper, all those are trailblazers that took it to the next level. Shout out to Missy Elliott. But y'all cannot keep doing these platforms and do not remember we set the tone. We made a thing. You remember Cashbox? There used to be a thing in Billboard called Cashbox. We were the first group to make Cashbox with a 12-inch record. Nobody else had done it. But wow. Hey, I'm just saying.
And tell him, remember me now? Like, let him know. Do you remember me now?
Do you remember me now? Go pull the archive. No, I'm not B. Angie B. Let me just tell you about that. She had to put the B in front of her name because Angie B, which was me, was so hot back then. Hammer put a group together, and she wanted to be Angie B too. So we said, we own the right to the name, so she had to put the B in front of her name to make it different. So B. Angie B was brother. So y'all don't call me B. Angie B. I am the original Angie B.
A lot of you people celebrate Angie Stone, giving Angie Stone her flowers. Angie Stone so rightfully deserved her flowers. It's so unfortunate that Angie Stone passed away in Alabama. She's a great singer. I can admit that. She's a great soulful singer, neo soul singer who made a lasting impression, a lasting impact, and she will go down as one of the great R&B divas of her day. I can tell you that right now. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying so long, we'll leave you with Miss Angie Stone singing her last performance. Thank you, Angie Stone, and you rest in peace and rest in heaven. We will never forget you, and you will live on through your music. See you later.